Hey, everybody. It is Ava Cherie, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset. Thank you for joining me. Time is flying by, but you slow down enough to come and take a pit stop with me here at the Food for Your Soul quote for the day. It is March 2nd, 2018, and it's very windy outside here on the East Coast. So stay warm. I hope this blesses your spirit. I hope this finds you safe and sound. And I hope you're preparing for a peaceful, joyous weekend with your loved ones or doing whatever it is that you do great. All right, so the Food for Your Soul quote, it was downloaded in me a couple of days ago, and I was marinating on it. And this quote actually took me back to school. And I'm going to sit right in this, and I'm going to let it do what it's supposed to do in my life. So I just wanted to impart that into you. Activate the reset button in your life and clear out old things taking up space that don't meet the requirements of your internal hard drive. Wow. When it came to me, it was like reset. Set the reset button. Set the reset button. When things keep coming over me or things are coming in confirmation waves, I have to look at it and say, where are you positioned at, Avis? Where are you positioned in your life and what's bothering you and what's troubling you? What is it that you want this quote to do for you so that it can feed others? And for this, set the reset button and activate the reset button and clear out the memory and anything taking up space in your internal hard drive. I had to really delve into that. I ran across Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory in psychology, and I put the links right up under this video. So just click on the links or go to my social media platforms, and you'll be able to take that class with me. I call it Motivational Mogul Mindset 101 because that Maslow's hierarchy needs theory really addressed on that particular day, what this quote meant for me. We have motivating factors in our life. We have a physiological need. We have society needs, and we have self-actualization needs. We have security needs. We have all these things that this Maslow hierarchy theory was addressing. And this is just out of human behavior, what the human being's development and character needs. And for me that day, to set the reset button, I was taking a look at people who have an inability to be celebratory in your triumphs and your victories and are silent sometimes in your grief. It bothers me as a servant to people, not because I want them to get up and big up me all the time on their platforms or their stages. I got to hear my name in a place to be, or I just got to be in the forefront of everything saying I got this, Avis did that. That's not what I'm saying. For me, humility and what is a humbling experience is when you can give somebody the accreditation or the reference that they imparted something into you, that they affected your life greatly, that they were a part of the process that made you great. And then you took that and you developed your own process that made you even greater for generations to come. It's a lot of work when you're a servant, when you're a helper. It's a lot of work when you're an entrepreneur, when you're in school, when you have kids, when you're married. It's all these different things. And we all have a physiological need. We all have a need and a human desire to fill those categories. We need to feel secure. We need to feel like socially our peers embrace us and everything that we're doing is celebrate us, can give constructive feedback and criticism when necessary, keeping it all the way funky with you. We need support. We need the self-actualization of what it is, what we're really dealing with, and what we need to clean out. It's simple as that. What is really in your life taking up space that's no longer of use to you? How is it that where you're going, you're still taking that same mode or that same anger or that same disdain or grudge or whatever it is with you when God is clearly elevating you somewhere else? That reset button is critical. Because you have to set that reset button to be able to see things more clearly. See things for what they are, while also seeing things for what they're not. And for me, that means family, friends, network of people. That means, people can sit back and be like, I just want to see what she gonna do or he gonna do before I do this. I just don't take for granted that I'm gonna have an opportunity to tell you're doing a great job. I just don't take for granted, and who am I? What is in my stature that I need to see you do everything to the fullest before I can say, wow, I see your strides. I see your efforts. You're doing a hell of a job. You're doing a hell of a job. Keep it up. Who am I to withhold that from someone that clearly you know God is turning the pages and they're evolving? Clearly you know they're doing something in another arena that you've never you haven't entertained before, or it's not a lot of people in your circle that has ascertained what it is that person or that group is doing differently. Because they're not just doing it for self-gratification only. They're doing it hopefully to impact people's lives with greatness, with knowledge, with power, with authority, with education. It takes a lot of work to do things solo. It takes a lot of work when things are given to you. For much is given, much is required. And that's what checking myself with the reset button was all about for me. Set the reset button. Clear out the old memory. Because even when I say I trust God and I'm praying, when I say I trust God, that means I have to trust God when there's good things going on and bad things going on. When I feel abandoned, when I feel rejected, when I feel praised, when I feel cheated, when I feel slighted, when I feel bigged up, when I feel loved, when I don't feel love. That means trusting God in all things. So for me, a couple of days ago, that was my struggle. Straight up. I wanted to pose a question. When is it okay to delete and cut off some people when you see they sitting back and they're discrediting, devaluing, ignoring, but at the same time, stealing your ideas, doing this and doing that, and not referencing anything that you've planted into them or sowed into them? It's okay. That's a humbling experience to be able to be like, I referenced this because this made a difference in my life. And so for me, I have to trust God in all things. Whether I like the way it feels at the moment, whether I love the way it feels at the moment, whether I dislike it, I have to trust God in all things. And I'm not perfect because I be snapping about certain things because I don't like injustices. I don't like slickness. I don't like a liar. I don't like a lot of things like a lot of folks. My morals and values belief system is pretty, not just rigid, but it's so raw. It's like keep it all the way 100 with someone as much as you can, because those are the true values of friendships and kinship that you really, really need in this doggy dog world. You know, and if you feel like you don't want to, if you feel like you don't have nothing good to say to someone, that's cool. But if you feel like you have something to say, I really didn't like, maybe you should take this approach. Maybe you should brand yourself this way. Maybe you should take this kind of job, or maybe you should do this kind of thing. Provide that to someone. Don't just sit and watch them going amok when you have something to offer. That's the wrong connotation. That's the wrong way to behave. You make sure you stop people in their tracks and don't let them waste time, especially if it's something you've done and you know how the ending result is going to be. Don't let nobody do that. Just step in their life and be like, you know what, this is what I'm here for. Now I see where I fit in, and this is my lane, and listen at this and watch it flip. So that was just my thing with that. Set the reset button. Clear out your memory space for the things that no longer support your internal hard drive. And that's your internal here, your heart, your passion, your gifts. If it doesn't support the internal hard drive, how much you put in, how much you need motivation, how much you need support, how much you want to give it as you go. And it's a reciprocity thing. If it doesn't support your internal hard drive, it got to go. That memory space needs to be cleared out this weekend. Think about it. Set the reset button, activate the reset button, whatever you got to do. But just think about where you're at and think about all the memory and the space that you can get from getting rid of old memories that's no longer serving you a purpose in the life that you're in now and the life that God has you going and the trajectory and the pathways that you're going to pass. It's okay. That's all a part of the building blocks. That's all a part of the evolution. All right. Until next time, real talk, real time, real soon. God's love to you all. God's peace to you all. Take a look out for me on my Facebook. I am Ava Cherie. My YouTube links down below. And I will see you soon. Love you.